Excuse me. There we go. This musical has received funding and development support from the Hayes, and this musical is called Far Lap.
Woo!
Yes.
You need to say the rest. So
Oh,
he's going to introduce
oh
himself.
great!
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay, so let's bring him out.
So, this is from the musical Far Lap. Please welcome the creator of the show.
Heyo.
Welcome back, Stephen Kramer.
So often when I tell people that I'm running a show about Far Lap, they have questions, understandably. So to answer some of those, yes, there will be tap dancing horses. Yes, we will be exploring the rampant sugar addiction amongst the horse community in the 1930s. And 3, no, it will be nothing like Warhorse. We don't have a budget for those puppets. There'll be a lot of actors in like normal clothes being like, hi, I'm a horse. How's the Great Depression treating you? That sort of thing. So I find it hard to kind of like pitch this show and explain it to people, so I find the best way is just to do this song. And I've got this wonderful band to help me out, but I also need you guys to help me out, if you wouldn't mind. There's a bit of audience participation, I think you can do it. Very simple, sing along. Ra-di-da-di-da-di-di. Ra-di-da-di-da-di-di. Ro-di-o-di-o-di-o. Ro-di-o-di-o-di-o. Great, so I've got you guys, I've got the band. I've got with the wonderful Victoria Huckman just doing this sound effect.
It's a whip for anybody who can't see it. It's a whip out. Okay, great. Now it's louder. Okay. See when I'm ready.
I'm so excited. So this song, basically, Far Lap has just done his training montage, of course. He runs his first race, and he comes dead last. I know. And his trainer's like, dude, what the fuck? We just did the training montage. Like, why aren't you winning? And he's like, well, like, I'm great, thank you. This jockey, useless. We need to sort that out, please. And he's like, yeah, okay, cool. I reckon I've got the guy for you. And so we see backlit a very short man with some very tight riding pants, somewhere between a jockey and a leather daddy, Mr. Jim Pike. I'm gonna ride till the sun comes up. I'm gonna ride you, so giddy up. Boy, you're looking so long in the face. Ain't a time that you wanna race. Well, I'm gonna ride you till you win that cup. I'm gonna whip you till you behave. I'm gonna whip like you're my slave. Take a lap around my track. I'll rip your saddle off, ride your bareback, but I'm gonna whip you if you misbehave. Just wanna play, we could roll in the hay. Let's pretend that it's all just a game. But let me break you in and I'll get you that win. To get pleasure, you gotta have pain. I'm gonna ride you, so baby be mine. I'm gonna ride you till the end of time. You can rough, you can bolt, I won't break. There's nothing this jockey can't take. I'm gonna ride it, ride it, ride. Like a rodeo. Surrender to the feeling, boy. We've only just begun. I'll ride you, my pony. You don't need to know me to know I can for the ride.
And our events. We're going to run you through a whole bunch of glorious gifts that we have to serve you up in our season next year. Are you ready for that? Yes?
Speed round.
Good. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes. Do you want the first one?
First up, we have Days at the Haze! Yes, Haze rhymes with gays, but it also rhymes with days. And this is a glorious celebration of all our fabulous non-binary talent that we have in this industry. Oh my God, give it up.
This was brought to us by the amazing Blake Applequist. You can see there. We were like, well, we have to do it just for the title alone, but also what an amazing way to celebrate gender diverse talent. It feels like exactly what this industry needs at the moment, and we're very excited to do it at the Haze. We're also very excited to do it with the generous support of Global Creatures and Michael Castle Group. So thank you very much to them for supporting the Next Festival.
During Mardi Gras, my loves, it's a one-off, so get in. All right, next up.
Also during Mardi Gras, we have the icon of King's Cross herself, Carlotta! Carlotta's 80th birthday extravaganza.
8 decades, that party is never going to end. We're going to be here.
Allegedly, the party is allegedly her retirement show. But, watch this space.
Let's find out.
So, very, very excited to have Carlotta at the Haze during Mardi Gras. That's an iconic moment.
Indeed, and we have one more show to announce for the Mardi Gras season, but there may well be some more added later. We'll see how we go. We have In Vogue songs by Madonna. It is the gorgeous Michael Griffiths. He's also Carlotta's musical director, just an absolute icon of the cabaret scene here in Australia and overseas, bringing all of these fabulous songs. Will be seen, is taking the show all around the world and now is bringing it here, finally. Songs of Madonna, what's not to love? Huh? What's not to love? Come on.
It's also written and directed by Dean Bryant. She's everywhere. We will be having our annual fundraiser and evening with... oh, that's not it, sorry.
You skipped one.
This is also part of our 10th birthday celebration.
That's
so
right.
there we go, an evening with the first 10 years. We were doing our annual fundraiser evening with celebrating the first 10 years of the Haze because in February it is our 10th birthday. So we will also be having, thank you very much, Lucia, very good. We'll be having a 10th birthday party called House is Open. This is like a ticketed party. We will be throwing open the entire theatre, the foyer, balcony,
every
theatre
crevice,
space, the auditorium, the
every
backstage.
Corner.
We will be turning it into
even the
party
toilet.
venue for one night only. The backstage toilet, just wait till you see.
Oh my God. Honestly, if you know, you know. And like the band room, the dressing rooms, all kinds of stuff. We're going to put something everywhere. So you're going to just have a little glorious, immersive experience. So
we're going to have like little pop-up performances and live music things. And so like it's going to be a super fun, like one-off night just to celebrate our 10th birthday and to thank you all for supporting us for 10 years. So please buy a very reasonably priced ticket.
Yes.
And come and join us.
Just come and party with us. All right. Oh, next up. So that's our 10th birthday things for now.
Correct.
But of course we have 2 of our fabulous neglected musicals coming back next year. And Michelle Guthrie, our producer, up here to talk about it.
I can announce the leads for playing our song.
Go on.
Stephanie Jones and Justin Smith. I know, so excited. And we all love this show. Like those of us that didn't get to see it will now get to see it.
Fabulous. And should we give them the next one?
Yes.
What do you reckon?
Promises. Directed by Dean Dryberg. You'll have to wait 18 months for that one.
We've got a little while to go. Yeah, do you want to tell us anything else about neglected musicals? I mean, everybody here, of course, knows and loves it. It is a beautiful series that we have.
The 26th neglected musical will be in November, directed by Amy Campbell, if then. So playing our song will be the 27th, and Promises will be the 28th. And Neglected Musicals is such a part of this venue and everyone loves them, and I hope you all come. They're not part of the subscription season, you can just get a ticket.
Correct. Can I just quickly explain what, just in case?
Just in case.
Ah,
That's a
of
good
course.
idea.
So after one day's rehearsal, the cast do the show with scripts in hand and a piano.
Yeah. It's wild.
That's it.
That's it.
Right.
Thank you.
Well. All right,
We are
everybody.
finally bringing a Melbourne institution, I'm going to say institution,
It is.
to Sydney at the Hayes with Homegrown. Finally found a Sydney home here at the Hayes. We're really excited to partner with Nick Hedger and Ben Nicholson, who've been running that down in Melbourne for years. If you're not familiar with it, it is an organisation that does a whole bunch of things, but including events showcasing new musical theatre writing in Australia. So you can come to a Homegrown event, you can hear a couple of songs from like Laura Murphy, maybe. Laura, did you don't know that, but yeah. It'd be like Eve Blake, or like anyone who's like super exciting musical theatre writers, people you've never seen before, maybe Vidya Macon, like you'll just see these incredible. Your first opportunity to hear incredible songs and hear people talk about their work. So it's a brilliant evening, and it's really exciting. It's coming to Sydney. It's going to be a regular event here.
Indeed. We're watching one day, but keep your eyes peeled because there's gonna be more. Speaking of things that are gonna be in residency next year, we have a gorgeous musical improv by one of our favorite people in the whole world. It is, of course, Musical Bang Bang, brought to us by the divine Jane Watts. Heard about this already. It was in a residency at the Old Fitz for a long time and has been around. It's been at the comedy festival, it's been everywhere, and it is exactly what you think it is, except absolutely not, because it is a musical improvised entirely on the stage in that night as it happens. Holy crap, terrifying and beautiful. And Jane and beautiful Rob Johnson also host it together. Royalty, yes please. And they get a glorious array of guests to come on and do things that are honestly dangerous. So they're going to be in residency all next year. Keep your eyes peeled for the dates on that as well.
Our next announcement is our very first ever Festival of New Work.
I'm actually talking about this. We've been talking about this for a while. I mean, when I first started at the Hayes, my first show here was not that long ago. It was Lizzie in 2021. Oh yeah, a big fan. Yeah, it was a very glorious show. But yeah, essentially, compared to a lot of people, I'm relatively new to the Hayes. And when I got in here and found out that they had supported so much new writing, so many new musicals, so many incredible creatives that were making new stuff, I was like, we need to celebrate this more. How about 2 whole weeks dedicated to talking about it? So that's what we're going to do next year in September, and it is basically 2 weeks of concert versions of shows that are about to go into their final form, some of them potentially next the following year here at the Hayes. There'll also be showcases, there'll be networking events, there will be upskilling events for creatives, there will be a writer's salon for people to come along and share their ideas with, really to just sustain the ecology and the camaraderie between all of the makers, all of the performers, all of the producers, everybody who goes into making musical theatre, because God knows, it is hard. We love it, but my God, we need to be there for each other, and the more that the Hayes can do to help us get together and create a community, that is what we're dedicated to do. So, I want you to all make sure that you are here for the Festival of New Work, because I want it to run every single year.
I'm just going to say that Vicky talked about the kinds of things going to be in the Festival of New Work. Exactly what is going to be in the Festival of New Work, we don't exactly know yet, because it depends what we can afford.
It's true.
And so if there's anyone with a philanthropic bent out there, or with access to very rich, very generous people who love to support Australian work, please come and talk to us, because the more support that the Festival of New Work gets, the more activities we'll be able to create for artists and audiences.
And it's actually interesting, having worked a lot in London and seen how they do things over in the US. philanthropy there is amazing for musical theatre, you know, like you, and also the ecology and the system for creating musicals and for cabaret work as well, which this is also going to support, is really fleshed out, you know. People, everybody, from the critics to the audiences to the performers, they understand that, you know, you have to start in a certain place, you need to do work towards a concert version, then put it up, test the material, make sure it's ready to go, and then put it out there. And it's not quite as supported here in Australia. I can hear people in the crowd going,
We're very grateful for the people who do support us.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
But also, we need more because there's so many incredible people making the work and that deserve to be supported. So the more that we can bring that funding and that resource and everything else into this space, the more we can create for your eyes and your ears and your hearts and your groins and your souls. Yeah, please, like, donate generously if you are one of those people who enjoys musical theatre and cabaret.
And has money.
And has
okay,
money.
let's keep going. We talked a bit about a sort of Mardi Gras cabaret season that we're doing with Days at the Hayes and Carlotta and Michael Griffiths. We also have a winter cabaret season where the content will be announced at a later date, but that will run through late June.
Late June into July, and actually it's very, very exciting, and we're announcing it here for the first time. We are partnering with Adelaide Cabaret Festival as well. I know, of course we are, it makes sense. Of course, my home and a festival that I love very much. They are going to be sharing a couple of artists, so we will have people that come from international to come here, as well as some of our own beautiful local performers as well. And, can I announce the other thing? Is it time?
We're supposed to do it later.
Okay, wait. Later?
Later in this same event.
I'm so bad with delayed gratification.
There's a teaser there for
Oh,
some
God.
more details.
I don't like waiting. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, and of course we have our annual Carols by Cabaret.
Yay!
Next December, which has sort of become our informal Hayes Christmas party. It's a fundraiser for the Wayside Chapel. It's raised like $90,000 or something for the
Ridiculous,
Wayside Chapel
yeah.
already. It's
Amazing.
really, it's so wonderful. Features artists from throughout the year at the Hayes, and it's always a magical event that'll be on in December.
Indeed.
Okay.
Should we go?
Why don't you announce the thing that you tried to announce earlier before I
Finally!
interrupt you?
Yes! Oh my, okay,
You must
listen,
stick to the
finally,
script.
okay, there's a script and I try to stick to it, and as you know, this is why we work together, I don't. But now, I can. So, we do have a very fabulous partnership happening with Adelaide Cabaret Festival. Yum, yum, yum. Yes, indeed. Of course, the artistic director for this year is the fabulous Virginia Gay. So you know the three of us are going to cook up some crazy things, including something that I dreamed of doing before I was ever put in a position like this, and I sometimes can't believe that I'm here for that reason. It is a new cabaret commission for an Australian cabaret artist. It's a co-commission between the Hayes and Adelaide Cabaret Festival, and it awards $10,000 to somebody to create a new cabaret work that will be debuted at Cabaret Festival. It will be overseen by Richard and myself and Virginia as the mentors, and then it will come back here for our Winter Cabaret Festival season to play at the Hayes as well. So we're opening that very soon. It's only one of two cabaret commissions in this country at the moment. One is the Adelaide Cabaret Festival already does. It's only for South Australian artists, the Frankfurt Commission, which I was very lucky to receive a year ago. And thank you. It's a show that maybe I'll bring to the Hayes in 2025. So this is the second one that is dedicated to the art form that I love so much. So please spread the word when we release the EOIs, because we want all of your fabulous cabaret works.
Yes. We have another, one more.